Hello, everyone. My name is Yang Song. I will be your instructor of Geography 5226 this semester. This is the first video of this class, and I want to do two things in this video. Firstly, I want to introduce myself so you know that this class is taught by a person instead of a robot or AI. Okay? And secondly, I want to go through the syllabus of the course. So more information can be provided. But before that, I want you to read the announcement I made several days ago. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. One second. Share my screen, and I'll just stop the video first. Okay, so here is the announcement, right? So welcome and information on the implementation of the course. It's a long post, I have to say that, but you should read it before watching this video. And in the rest part of this video, I will assume that you have finished reading this announcement. Okay, make sure you do that. Okay, now I'm going to go through the syllabus of the course and introduce different components of the class. Okay, so Geography 5226, Spatial Simulation and Modeling in GIS. And this class for this semester is delivered in a format of DH, Distance Enhanced, which means that most content of this class will be provided using Carmen website. There are in-person components. Since you have finished reading that announcement, you know that there will be cohort office hours and also cohort use of Derby 135. Okay, so then that's my information here. That's my name. You can call me Yang or call me Dr. Song. It doesn't matter which one you prefer. Okay, and there will be a cohort office hours, which means that the whole class is divided into groups. And the office hours is held by groups. So different groups should participate in turns. And on the last page of the syllabus, you should be able to find a schedule for cohort office hours and also lab use. Okay. And teaching assistant is Yue Lin. She is a graduate student in the department. And here is the email address of hers. And if you have any lab questions related to lab, please email her or make an appointment with her on Zoom so you can meet on Zoom and address problems. I have to emphasize this, that cohort office hours, they are only for lecture related questions. Do not bring your questions on labs to the office hour. I will not answer them for two reasons. Firstly, we should decrease context as much as possible, which means that if you bring a lot of lab related questions to the classroom, to office hour, we will have to look at the same screen to debug your program. Okay, this class needs programming. I would introduce that later. And also, you know, the cost of communication in online classes is higher than in-person classes. Even you ask me some questions, maybe I'm not very aware of that because after designing the lab, I have, how can I say that? I have given all materials to TAs for at least 2 years. So for some questions, they may be better choices, okay? For the specific semester, your TA, Yue, is the best choice when you have questions, issues with labs. Okay, so if you have any questions, issues regarding lab content, please email her. Okay, and for lab, there is no in-person office hour. Even there is cohort use of lab PCs in Derby 135. TA will not be there. I will not be there. Okay, and I have to emphasize this again, that cohort use of lab PCs is the least recommended way to finish labs. Okay, other two methods have been listed in that announcement. You should choose them if possible. Okay, due to the development, the pandemic of COVID-19, we should decrease in-person contact as much as possible. If it's not necessary, do not come to Derby 135. That's my advice. Okay. About the course itself, this course is about the use of computational techniques, specifically programming techniques, to simulate the evolution of complex spatial systems such as ecosystems, transportation, weather and climate systems, cities, economies, societies, and landscapes. This sentence looks long and complex, but in general, we're going to learn how to use a computer to simulate um, man-made or natural phenomena. Okay, and we're going to learn how to create or establish something called building block models. You can consider each building block model as a Lego piece. Okay, each Lego piece has a relatively simple shape, and each piece cannot implement a specific function, right? You have to combine a lot of pieces to create a car, a boat, or even a starship or something very complex. Similar here. So we're going to learn different basic models. They are called building block models. Okay, some of them they have specific context, but some of them they are purely mathematical, which means that these models themselves they can implement some functions, some simulations, but they are relatively simple. So the phenomena they can simulate are relatively simple and straightforward. But in future, in your research, in your work, if you need to simulate more complex systems, you need to combine and efficiently use these building block models and combine them to simulate even more complex systems. Okay, so we're going to learn building block models for spatial aggregation and segregation processes, random walks and mobile entities, and also percolation and growth processes. Okay, the models we're going to learn in this class, they can be used to address three categories of, say, phenomena. Okay, and you may have noticed that each category here has a spatial context, because actually simulation models can be used in different disciplines, in chemistry, in biology, even in economy, and maybe stock market. But here, we're in the Department of Geography, so we focus on the spatial aspect of simulations. Okay, and I mentioned that we're going to learn how to program to implement these models, to make these models runnable. And if you do not have any programming background, you don't have to worry at all. Okay, we're going to use an open source software called NetLogo in this class. And the language used in this software is for NetLogo itself. So you do not have to learn any other computer language before. If you have, good, it will be smoother for you to jump into this class. But if you haven't, it doesn't matter, okay? All the labs in this class, they were designed based on the assumption that students have zero knowledge on NetLogo and programming. As long as you can progress with different labs, from lab 1 to lab 2 to eventually lab 7, you will be okay. And I think this class is a pretty good starting point to learn how to program if you haven't enrolled any programming class before. So no worries about programming, okay? Everything will be fine. The language used in NetLogo is very high level, which means it's very close to human language. Syntaxes, grammar, they are relatively straightforward and easy to learn compared to Java, C++, and C Sharp, or Python, or even Python. Okay, Python is a very convenient computer language compared to other languages, but NetLogos language is even simpler, I would say that. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just finish all those labs, you'll be okay. Okay, so this course is mostly online with weekly in-person office hours. Okay, and there is no required login at a scheduled time. But in order to achieve success, you should finish all the content released every week. I'm going to release the course content by week or weekly. Each week there will be a small module released on Carmen course website. You should finish that. You should finish all the content in each week's module. Okay, about the schedule, I will talk about that later. Okay, in the last part of this video. The materials, there is a required textbook. It's called Spatial Simulation, Exploring Patterns and Process. You can buy this book online. I have ordered this book from the bookstore of the university. I know some people are they prefer to use hard copy books. But if you do not care ebooks, I have uploaded the ebook version or PDF version to Carmen website. Here it is, spatialsimulation.pdf. Okay, so this is the whole book. Okay, the complete book of the required text. Okay, you can use it for educational purposes, which means you can read it, share it, but do not use it for commercial purposes. Okay, for example, you call your friend and say, hey, let's just print and sell this book for a cheaper price. Okay, do not do that. And if you do that, it's illegal and the responsibility is on you. Okay, the book is here. If you're okay with PDF, simply use it. You can share it, but do not sell it. Okay, okay, so that's a book. And the readings, there are a lot of literature will be mentioned during the whole semester, and they have been uploaded. They have been uploaded. Reading resources, readings and resources, a lot of them. Okay, as we go on during the semester, you will see a lot of citations from your slides, and you can find all those literature here on Carmen website. Okay, about data storage, if we were going to meet in person in labs, okay, you may need a portable memory device, but now since you're learning at home, a cloud drive will be good enough. Okay, you need to save your data safely, and the cloud drive is the best choice now. Okay, evaluations or lab, it's very simple. 50% from lab assignments, 50% from exams. Okay, there will be a series of NetLogo based lab assignments through the semester. All lab assignments will be submitted via the course website and content toward your final grade of the course. Okay, usually, I mean, except lab 4, the rest lab assignments, they are due 1 week after each lab session. Okay, and lab 4 will be given 2 weeks to finish due to the complexity, and it will be the first time you can finish your own programming. Okay, I will provide all those due dates in the schedule of the class. Okay, I'll show you later. There will be 4 short open book examinations, each one including 20 to 25 multiple choices questions during the semester. Okay, the exam questions will be drawn from lectures, textbooks, and labs. So it's very crucial that you read the book associated pages when you're watching videos for different chapters. Okay, read the book is pretty important. Okay, And the grading scale is just a standard OSU scale. Nothing to say here. You can just follow it. And the course policies, when you're sending emails to me, to TA, okay, please use this format for your title, email title. The course code, okay, your name, and the topic, schedule a makeup exam, for example, because I'm responsible for 3 classes, and your TA has her own research to do every day. So give us the course code, your name, and the topic is very crucial to us. It saves a lot of time. So please do us a favor, okay? What else? Lab question policies, you should just send all your questions to TA and give some time to her to respond, okay? And lab assignments will be penalized 10% for each day late, which means you can submit late work, but there will be penalty, okay? And the exam will be totally online through Carmen, okay, through Carmen. More details will be provided later, at least 1 week before the exam, okay? So don't worry about that. SLDS, this is pretty important. If you have medical conditions, please register with them first, and then they will notice me. So you and I together can work out a plan for your accommodation, for example, extensions for dues, okay? And it's crucial that you contact them first, register with them, and then we can work out a plan, okay? And if you are okay right now, it's good, but during the semester, if you are not feeling good, try to contact them and me as soon as possible, because we care about your health condition, okay? And academic misconduct policy, do not copy and paste anything from other students from the internet. I mean, in this class, there is no open-ended question. I'm pretty sure for that. But when you are programming, copy and paste codes from other people is still forbidden. You should not do that, okay? Don't do that. If you do, and I find out, or your TA finds out that there is plagiarism, okay, it's our responsibility to report. Trust me, we don't want to do that, okay? So please do not cross that red line, okay? Okay, here I also listed some course technology related information. The most important part is here, software. We're going to use NetLogo. Like I mentioned, it's open source software, which means it's totally free. You can download from the internet. Okay. And also the installation information is here. It's very easy to install compared to ArcGIS and maybe ERDAS engine for remote sensing. And NetLogo has a very strong community. Okay, the software itself contains something called model library. There are a lot of example models there contained in this, included in this software, okay? And there you can just go play with them. They're very interesting, okay? With very complete documents. These documents will tell you the purpose of this model, how this model runs, and some crucial code patches. They also have been explained in these documents. So if you are interested in them, go there, go to models library and play with them. And there is also user community you can go. And also in the textbook, there are a lot of models mentioned by the authors of the textbook. And you can find all those models from the author's web page. Okay, so the author's website, here is the website. You can download all those models mentioned in the textbook from this website. And actually, I have prepared another zip file for you. So you don't have to download these models from the website of the author. You can download them from here. It's called NetLogo based models, Windows versions. I think there are Mac versions, but if you want them, go to that website, find out. But this zip file is a compressed file. If you download it, unzip it, you will find all those models we're going to talk about in the class, in textbook, okay? And of course, you can use NetLogo to run them, Yeah, that's all I want to say about different class components. And I also want to go through the course content schedule for you so we can finish this video. Okay, first column is for weeks. So totally we have 14 weeks. Actually, the last one has no content, okay? And second column is for date. This class was designed to meet twice a week in person, but for this semester, it's mostly online, but I still listed all those dates of meeting here for you as references. Okay, for example, there are 2 meetings for the first week. I should be on this day and that day. The first meeting is for course overview, which is the video you are watching right now. And the next meeting is about Lab 1, okay? So you can say that week 1 module has been released here, right? So this is the content for the first meeting. This is the content for the next meeting, second meeting of this week. So these dates here, I hope they can serve as references so you are sure that you are catching up the progress. You can use them to enforce your time management, okay? After Tuesday, I should finish course overview. And on Thursday, I should start Lab 1. Okay, so that's the purpose of these dates. Okay, so of course, the third column is for content. Okay, different sections have also been mentioned here. For example, on week 2, the first meeting's lecture will be about chapter 1.1, section 1.1, and section 1.2. And of course, next column is for ratings. In order to better understand this specific lecture, you should finish associated sections in chapter 1 of the textbook. And these section numbers, they are consistent with the section numbers in your textbook, okay? The last column here is for dues, okay? Lab 1 is assigned on this Thursday, and Lab 1 is due next Thursday, okay? So most of them are same, and Lab 4 is different. Lab 4 is assigned on this Tuesday, and it is due on the Tuesday 2 weeks later, okay? And I also listed different exams here. Like I said, exams information will be provided later this semester, okay? Okay, the last page. Yeah, the last page is for cohort office hour and lab use schedule. And you have finished reading that announcement. So you should know there is a cohort list here. Provide the information of the group you belong. So there are 3 groups. Find your name here. Maybe you are in, say, you are in group 1. So, okay, that's the lab use for group 1, office hour for group 1, and you can find this arrangement through the whole semester. If you need to come to the office hour, if you really need to use the lab, follow this schedule. If it's not your turn, if it's not your group's turn, do not come to the classroom, okay? Because we have to strictly follow the social distancing principle. You may know that today is actually August 18, okay? I'm recording this video on this day. And yesterday, I read a lot of news regarding the outbreak, the outbreak of COVID-19 on different campuses. You know, some universities, they are already open this week, and a lot of students, they're immediately arguing or trying to let the university know that we should stay online, we should decrease any possible in-person contact. I'm not sure about the future. I'm not sure if this class is going to be pure online during this semester. I hope not. But like I said, when you go to public places, wear a mask, bring a hand sanitizer. Okay. When you come to the lab, when you come to the office hour, you are required to wear a mask. It's for the good of everybody. Okay. It's for the health of everybody. Okay, thank you. I will just stop here and I will see you in the first lecture, okay, first actual lecture next Tuesday. And do not forget to finish lab 1, okay? You can start on Thursday, or the content is there, you can start right now, okay? Thank you.